I have no problem with Kyrie wanting to be an advocate for social justice.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's actually commendable.
I like
you
that
want to
part.
do your research, you want to support your people, you want to be there and all that stuff. But here's my request from Kyrie, or for Kyrie.
Yeah.
Retire.
Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place, man. And trust me, go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment because the page is growing. Shouts out to MyBookie, our lovely sponsor. We got Jimmy, the super intern in the building. What's going on, Jimmy? Did you have a good week of golfing? You did? Oh, yeah. You need to take me, okay? I don't care how bad I look, but you got to take me one of these days. We got Nicole in the building. On the ones and twos, the silent assassin. What's up, man? Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying my best not to be a complete villain today. I want to have some type of, nice side of me. I don't know if it's possible. But, we'll see. Also, hit the Grid Network. Like, share, and comment on our YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Grid Network. There's a lot of great content out there, a lot of great content creators. Shouts out to all of them. We got a special guest in the building today. What's up, my man?
My guy.
True G to QG. What's going on, man?
Just an honor and a pleasure to be here, man. Long overdue, my brother.
Of course, man. I've been trying to get you here for a while, man. We have some stuff to cover today.
Absolutely.
A lot of deep stuff.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this Taurus energy, if they ready for it.
They not ready, man.
There's a lot of
Laker gang. It's gonna be hot.
There's a lot of blunt opinions that we're gonna hit today. But lots of stuff to get into. Obviously, we got the Kyrie Irving thing to talk about. Oh yeah, that's huge. Thursday night football. We got to get into that NFL picks. Yeah. The whole Josh Primo thing with the Spurs.
That's heavy.
Lakers. Obviously we're gonna have to talk about the Lakers.
Definitely.
Nets fire Steve Nash with all of this stuff that's going on, and I guess they're gonna hire Ime Udoka, which is interesting in itself.
Very.
The NFL trade deadline was wild. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Britt Reid, the son of Andy Reid, he gets sentenced. We're going to talk about that. Dan Snyder might be selling the Commanders. I have some insight about that.
All right.
Yeah. Lamar Odom gets some good news. It was a really good feel-good story I seen this week. And then the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
But before I get into that, I just want to ask a question. And I'm going to ask the room. What's wrong with Madonna?
I can't put my finger on what's wrong with Madonna.
Listen, I like to scroll Instagram, so I'm scrolling. I'm like, is this Madonna with her tits out? She like 70. What are we doing here?
She hasn't changed, man. She's been the same since those erotica days.
Yo.
Man. She is, no matter how old she gets, she's still doing the same
Now,
thing.
mind you, for a 60-plus-year-old woman, obviously she's had surgery, right? Yeah. Like, she's had a lot of surgery, but, she don't look half bad, but still,
right? You
old. Like, what you doing?
You a grandmother.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Like, And then I heard the whole, her saying that, she don't get her flowers enough when, she was going through her stuff. They called her a heretic and a witch and all this stuff back in the 80s. And now, there's Cardi B. There's all these other girls that are out there now that are being, they're being put in the limelight. Like, they're being celebrated while she wasn't being celebrated at the time. And it's just like, I kind of understand where she's coming from, but at the same time, time
Exactly.
changes,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
Back in the 80s, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about 2022 now. Things are different, right?
Decades in.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, is this her way of just like staying relevant, putting your old ass titties, your old ass titties out there, man?
I think so.
What we doing?
I think it's a way of trying to stay relevant again. But it's like, you know, you are a cultural pop icon.
Right.
You have nothing
Legend.
to prove to anybody. You are certified in the game.
Facts.
Hall of Famer. And sure, you know, you're an influence.
Yeah.
But these artists now today, they don't have to keep coming out and say, I acknowledge you or
Right.
I look up to you or anything. They're doing their own thing.
Exactly.
If they get asked in an interview, hey, how did you feel? Who influenced you?
Right.
Then they'll say something. They don't have to do it.
And sometimes
24/7.
you can see it in the music or the performances that, you know, they take certain things from a certain artist back in the day. Like, that's paying homage.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think this is just her way, because I think I heard news that I think her and Cardi are gonna do something, like a record or something. So, you know, that might be her way of, hey, you know, put me into something. You know what I mean?
It kind of reminds me of when she was on stage with Christina and Britney.
Right.
It's something like that. So
Right.
now we're going to another decade.
Exactly.
And it's, wow.
I mean, listen, if she can still perform in her 60s like she can perform, I may have to watch that.
Why not?
I may have to watch that.
Strike a pose.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. All right, I'm gonna ask you a real question here, True G.
Sure, son.
Ask you a real question. Now, I need an honest answer.
Talk to me.
If Madonna had an OnlyFans, would you watch it?
Pay me. Pay me some money to watch it. I'll watch it then.
Jimmy, if Madonna had an OnlyFans, would you watch it? He's lying. He's lying. Jimmy told me off camera that he's like, you know what, that Madonna, you know, I've never heard of her, but
There's something about that.
there's something about her, man. I don't know. Moving on. I have to do my weekly Kanye bash on the show. I love it. So Shaq took to Twitter, or was IG, I think, after Kanye had some, I wouldn't call it disparaging remarks, but it was just his opinion or him thinking that he knows somebody else's business. So he said that Shaq and some other individual is 50-50 partners and all this else. So it's just, I don't know what he was trying to say, whatever correlation he was trying to make. And then Shaq clapped back to him real quick, like, look, fella, you don't know me. You've never talked to me. We don't bang like that. You don't know my business. You need to get your house in order before you talk about anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, real quick. And I like that. I think that's how everybody should, like, react to Kanye. Like, put him in his place.
And he did it with class.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, you ain't got to curse nobody out. You don't have to, call him out of his name or whatever, but just make sure he's aware that I'm not the one to play with.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's Dr. O'Neal.
Yeah, exactly.
Dr. O'Neal got rebuttals.
Yeah. I'm not one of those little yes people that you have in your corner that you can be able to smack up and talk down to. Like, nah.
That's right.
We not about that life.
That's Big Shaq.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Moving on to the big story though. A story that is captivating and has the airways. Everybody knows about this shit. Mm-hmm. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving tweeted out an excerpt, or was it a summary of the documentary?
It was the actual link.
Okay.
To the movie.
Right. And the name of the movie?
Hebrews and Negroes.
Hebrews and Negroes. So it's basically saying that the real Jewish people are the African Americans or the blacks. You know what I'm saying? We are the true Jews and stuff like that. And it's just like, I read some of the book. I did. And I didn't watch the movie, but I'm hearing, there's a lot of disparaging things, a lot of anti-Semitic things, a lot of hate speech in that movie. And, Kyrie posted this, and here comes the backlash, right? So he's there at press conference. People are asking him, hey, are you anti-Semitic? He doesn't want to answer the question. I can never be anti-Semitic is what he said. And he refused to take accountability for what he did. I remember one reporter asked him, so you're promoting? And he was like, well, I'm not promoting anything. He's like, yes, you are promoting. If you put something on your social media page, that's promotion. You're not going to put anything on your social media that you don't condone or support. It's the way it works.
Correct.
You don't have to say anything. But if I post a picture of somebody getting a shot or somebody getting lynched, what am I supporting?
All right.
It's exactly what I'm supporting.
That's exactly it.
If I put up a picture or a book of Hitler, what am I doing?
Right. Promoting Hitler.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, for me, with this whole Kyrie thing, what bothers me the most about him is that he just always thinks that he's the smartest person in the room.
Right.
It's the same issue that I have with Aaron Rodgers, is because these people always believe that whatever you think is wrong and whatever they think is right. Even if they're wrong, they're still going to try to spin it as if you're wrong. So the Nets, the NBA, tried to really work with Kyrie. Adam Silver said that he's going to meet with Kyrie. It wasn't one of those situations where he said, I'm hoping to meet with Kyrie. He said, I'm going to meet with Kyrie.
Yeah, he's
so
serious about that.
We already know the severity and the importance of this situation. So Joe Tsai, who is the owner of the Nets, tried to do the same thing. He met with Kyrie and pleaded with him to apologize. Kyrie puts out a statement that says that he takes responsibility for the actions or whatever, but he never apologizes. Never apologizes. Never says the words, I'm sorry. And that in itself, I think, made people even more upset.
I agree.
Because it's one of those things where it's like, all right, cat's out of the bag. There's people that are offended. There's a group of people in this world that are upset about what happened. You need to apologize. You are a public figure. You're an athlete. You're somebody who has a tremendous platform of influence. You need to take responsibility to not say that you're accountable for your actions or what happened, but to actually say sorry.
Right.
Right? Didn't do so. So the Brooklyn Nets decided to suspend Kyrie Irving for 5 games, a minimum of 5 games. So it could have been more. A few hours later, Kyrie Irving comes out with a statement. And he says, I'm sorry. He apologizes for all the people that he hurt and all of these things. And here's what I'm going to say about Kyrie. And here's what I'm going to say about this entire thing, because we have people on both sides that support Kyrie. They support what's going on. And for me, it has nothing to do with supporting Kyrie. It's very simple. Free speech. We live in a country where you can say whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? You can be opinionated. You can, have your voice heard in many different ways, right? You can protest. You can go to your social media and you can write your characters. You can go to your city hall and voice your displeasure. There's so many ways of doing that today, right? Mm-hmm. The problem that I have is that you can say whatever the hell you want. There's consequence to your free speech. Simple.
That's right.
And what people don't understand about this situation is that Kyrie Irving is an employee of the Brooklyn Nets. Kyrie Irving represents the NBA. So when you have other people cutting your checks, like Nike, who came out today and have suspended all relationships with Kyrie Irving, right?
Wow.
When you have people cutting those checks, there's a certain conduct policy that they require from you. It's with all of us.
That's right.
You work at a job, you work in a 9 to 5, you can go to your Twitter and your social media and post whatever the hell you want. But when your boss comes knocking at your door and they say, I got wind that something's there and we got some backlash and our PR department is working on it right now. Can you take it down? You're going to take it down.
Yeah, you want to keep your job.
Because if you don't take it down, you got two options, right? You can not work anymore at that job, or you cannot work at that job anymore.
Option A, option B.
It's very simple. So for Kyrie to think that this was going to just blow over, like the flat earth shit, right? Like the Alex Jones thing.
Yeah, all those.
He thought
theories.
that was gonna blow over too.
Right.
Nah, bro.
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And credit to Josiah, he tried to get in touch with the ADL.
Yeah.
You know, donate money. Kyrie was gonna donate $500,000. The ADL said,
They said
no,
hell no.
we don't want that.
They don't want
you keep
that.
your money because we wanted the apology.
Right.
Right? And the other thing I'm going to say about Kyrie is that Kyrie's a fraud. I'm going to say that on my channel. I don't care. He's a fraud. You know why? Because if he's somebody who's supposed to be a beacon of light, he's supposed to be spreading awareness. And he did the research, right? He did the research, and he does research constantly about certain things, right? How come when the NBA G-checks you in regards to say, not in the NBA, when the Brooklyn Nets G-check you and say, we're going to suspend you for 5+ games, that's when you apologize.
Exactly.
Because you know that your money is going to start to be compromised. So if you were somebody who's a beacon of light and who's standing on your square, you want to be social warrior and all this, cool, there's nothing wrong with that. But you fold when they suspend you. When Muhammad Ali got in prison for him not wanting to go to Vietnam, you never heard Muhammad Ali come out and apologize.
Never.
He never
stuck
wavered.
with that. Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick,
Same thing.
he lost his job because of what his beliefs were. Wrongfully, right?
Yeah.
Wrongfully lost his job.
That's right.
He stood on his square.
Stayed with it.
He continues to stand on his square.
Yep. Till this
Kyrie Irving, as soon as the NBA or the Brooklyn Nets throw some discipline at him, he apologizes. Which means to me, you ain't about nothing. You're an egomaniac that only thinks about yourself. Because in this situation, you have a family,
Right.
you have parents.
Right.
This affects them.
Yeah.
When you do things like this and you put them in a situation where people are looking at them crazy, that's disrespectful.
Right.
Your children have to deal with that in school because of your actions. That's selfish.
It is. See, he didn't think. And seeing with that book and that movie alone, the level of criticism that it got prior, this movie is not new.
No.
This book is not new.
No.
So if he really did his research
Right.
and see the backlash that it got
Right.
when it first came out,
Right.
just by putting out that tweet
Right.
and not saying anything with it,
Right.
it goes with what you said about support. Now, I feel if he was able to incorporate what he said at that press conference, I don't condone everything in this film.
It would have had context.
It would have had context
Exactly.
on what you were actually trying to do.
Right.
He didn't do that, and he stuck with it, unapologetic. Like you said earlier, I'm right. You can't tell me anything about it. That's it. I'm
Right.
staying with it. And the media, the NBA, everybody just kept hammering in, coming down on suspend this guy. And it happened.
Right.
Ernie, Shaq, Chuck, everybody had something to say.
Yeah, because Chuck was the first one to say that the NBA needed to suspend him.
Yep.
You know, he was very adamant on saying that the NBA dropped the ball with that. Now, for me, my opinion was I don't believe that the NBA had any grounds to suspend him. That had to be a Brooklyn thing.
Right. The
And
team.
Brooklyn handled it.
They
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
They did.
So, it's just, for me, and then you got other players, Kyle Kuzma, I seen a tweet today, he was like, oh, you can't say nothing. No, dummy, you can. But just know what the ramifications are going to be.
Right.
You can go to your platform and say what you want.
Exactly.
That's what people don't understand.
Deal with
Say
the
what you
consequence.
want, but I can guarantee you that the majority of people out there, that want to support Kyrie for this,
Right.
they not going to go to their own platforms and do that.
No.
You know why? Because they don't have millions of dollars sitting on them.
That's right.
They don't have millions of dollars waiting on them. They got a regular 9-to-5 job that if they go ahead and, disrupt their business, it's a problem.
Think about that.
Because that's the thing. It's like people don't understand when you are an employee, if you are more problem than you're worth, they're going to get rid of you.
And look at the resume. Kyrie had a microscope on him from the start, whether it be about the vaccinations,
Right.
not coming to the games,
Right.
comments about LeBron,
Right.
Everything you said, receipt, 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 receipt. They've been watching you with everything you do.
Right.
And this just adds more gasoline to the fire.
Just think about the last 4 years of his career.
Right.
We're talking about a black cloud being over this kid.
Black cloud, man.
Like he leaves Cleveland, goes to Boston. That didn't work out because of his poor leadership skills. Goes to Brooklyn. And for the last 2 seasons, this team has been, picked to be a heavy contender in the Eastern Conference, to get to an NBA championship.
Right.
And they've had a Kyrie Irving issue over the last 2 years. So my question for you, QG, is have we seen the last of Kyrie in a Brooklyn Nets uniform?
I feel we probably have.
Really?
Because it's getting too much.
Yeah.
Although it could be a point where, well, who else is going to take him?
Yeah.
We don't want that problem.
No.
If he did that,
And we're desperate, but we don't
want that.
Lakers desperate. We ain't taking it. We ain't taking that right now. He's too hot right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you are talented.
Right.
You're a player. You're good. But what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's in your head?
Right.
Let your game speak.
Right.
You're not doing that. You're letting all these other things speak for you.
Right.
And once the media gets a hold of it,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. So,
And piggybacking off of what you said in regards to, playing.
yeah.
I said this off camera to my lovely crew. And I said, I have no problem with Kyrie wanting to be an advocate for social justice.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's actually commendable.
I
That
like
you
that
want to
part.
do your research, you
Yeah.
want to support your people, you want to be there and all that stuff. But here's my request from Kyrie, or for Kyrie.
Yeah.
Retire. If you want to do all of this stuff, you want to be a social justice warrior, you want to be that beacon of light, retire.
Right.
Retire from basketball. Don't take a paycheck from the Nets anymore. Don't be a representative of the NBA. Don't be a partner with Nike and all the other places that want to endorse you while you're still a current player. Retire. So you can be able to go on your platform and say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
But once you're taking money from somebody, once you have a boss, there's certain shit
That's right.
that you can't do.
Yeah.
And for everybody that I've spoken to about this that kick the ball down the road and they want to compare stuff, the argument that I've heard as well is, oh, well, where's all the backlash and all the vitriol for Jeff Bezos for putting that on the platform?
I've heard that too.
How does that equate to that?
Right. It doesn't. It does not. And it goes with what they asked Michael Jordan years ago.
Yeah.
About, are you a Democrat or a Republican? And this was election time.
Right.
He said, well,
Republicans buy J's too.
he is focused on the game.
Correct.
Leave all them politics. I'm not a politician.
Exactly.
I'm here to play.
Right. That was that era where
was that era.
a lot of those players didn't want to they didn't want to take that stance.
That's right.
We're in an era where these players, they want to talk about those things, and that's fine.
That's
right.
cool.
But at the end of the day, know who you're actually representing.
Exactly.
The NBA, the teams. I'm not gonna lose money in my business because of your fuck up.
That's right.
I'm not doing that.
And think about the other players, what they think.
Yeah, I mean, KD came out and said that, he thinks it's a little bit unfair. And it's just like, bro, you are not the person to speak on this at all.
That's right. Stay out of this, KD.
Please just don't put them like the Nets. I think the Nets, what they have to do now, I think they need to muzzle all of their players. Just pay the fines and have none of the players discuss anything Kyrie related.
Don't say
it.
Exactly.
Just don't say nothing.
Exactly.
You're not gonna cost me no more money.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Because look at all the PR damage that they have to cover up now, that they have to clean up because of Kyrie's bullshit.
A couple of the fans that came to the game, they were wearing these shirts.
Yeah.
Against Kyrie.
Right.
Can you imagine that?
So, it's just, like I said, man, I think if he wants to do that, he wants to be the beacon of light, like he says, retire. Otherwise, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like, there's no other situation here. There's no other avenue that I can see.
That's right.
I just look at a dude that's egotistical and narcissistic.
Yeah.
Most people that are narcissistic, what is the trait of a narcissist? When they're wrong, they'll never admit it.
Never.
They'll never apologize. They'll always think that they're better than you.
Yeah.
It's a narcissist.
It is.
That's what he is.
He is.
That's what Kanye is. I'll never call him Ye. His name's Kanye.
Kanye.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the thing with me, is that narcissistic traits, you'll see that in people.
Yeah.
Trump's a narcissist.
Big narcissist.
All of these people have the same unapologetic traits.
Right.
And then when they're backed into a corner, they're forced to do it. Mm-hmm. They don't care to do it. Well, Kyrie doesn't even realize that he could have apologized and not even meant it.
Exactly.
And kept it moving.
He could have just said, I'm sorry. If I offended anybody,
right,
I apologize.
That's it.
And that's it. Over.
That's all they wanted. You could have been facetious. They wouldn't have cared.
Right.
But as long as they have the audio and the transcript that you actually said, I'm sorry.
That's it.
That's all they wanted.
Couldn't do that.
So for anybody that is of support of that, shame on you. Mm-hmm. Free speech, I support it, but understand, again, free speech comes with consequence. Even on this platform, I can say what I want to say.
Right.
But when I get a strike, or when YouTube comes down on me, or if any of the audio streams come down on me, I have myself to blame. Because they have certain things that they have to watch out for, correct?
Correct. There's guidelines.
It's simple.
Yeah.
So for anybody that don't understand that,
Dummy, yeah.
It's like the kid touching the hot stove.
right.
Dummy, yeah.
That's it.
That's the best to put it.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, you gotta do
You know
it.
what I mean? Like there's a couple of my friends who I got off the phone with them. I'm just like,
Dummy, yeah.
yeah, it's just
You gotta call them what
Yeah.
you call them. Yeah.
you know what I mean? But we gonna get off the Kyrie thing. We gonna keep to the Nets because they're a dumpster fire right now. There's a lot of stuff to talk about after the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast?
Yeah, my nigga the joint. What's up?
All even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. This is just what's up, man? All even. Yo, you. Oh my God, what's up with you, man? Now that's a shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
on
Even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All Even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? I shout him out, G.
Cool, man.
Welcome back, y'all. So I was so anxious to get into the Kyrie topic that I, definitely want to now get into a proper intro. You are the co-host of the Rap Lab podcast.
Yes, sir.
Shouts to the Rap Lab podcast. I definitely want you to, throw your socials out there and get that to everybody.
No doubt about it, man. Rap Lab Podcast. It's myself, QG, but you can find me on Instagram, Niceberg Chill. I always switch it up on y'all.
Absolutely.
And also on Twitter. It's also true GQG, but it's the Rainbreaker 187 as a wrestling fan. Throwing that out there.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you got my guy Candyman Alfred.
Right.
You know, Soldier
Shouts to
Smooth. He's
Alfred.
there. Shout out to him. Shout out to the Rev Barber MC. Our
Shouts
boy
to him.
Eric.
Yep.
He's on Instagram. Also, my guy, the homeboy T.O.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to him. To
Big time Yankee fan. Me and him talk sports all the time.
There we go. That's the boy, man.
He's a big supporter of the show, man. So I appreciate
That's
T.O.
right. Yes, sir. You can find everything. YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify, Pandora. We're all over the place. Just type in Rap Lab Podcast. You'll find all the content, all the episodes. We discuss hip-hop topics.
Definitely.
Opinions, debates. It gets kind of heated on the Rap Lab a little bit, but, you know, we're all brothers, and we want to provide everybody with good hip-hop.
100%, man. Y'all know y'all stuff. Trust me. When I need some real knowledge, I go there because y'all go deep.
Appreciate that.
Into the stuff. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
we're here
So, you know, definitely shouts out to y'all with that. But you know, we're gonna stay with the dumpster fire. That's the Brooklyn Nets. They fire Steve Nash. What was it? 6 games into the season?
6 games, man.
And you know, I am not shocked that it happened because he should have never got hired in the first place. I remember when Jacques Vaughn was the interim coach after they had got rid of Kenny Atkinson. Jacques Vaughn did a great job, stepped in, and I was like, you know, I think this team would do well with Jacques Vaughn, whether they're going to bring in stars or not. You know, this is pre-Kyrie and KD.
Right.
This is when, D'Angelo Russell was still here.
Yeah.
So for me, I was just like, okay, Jacques Vaughn is the next player. He has the respect around the league, is a good mind, tough, hard-nosed defensive coach. Didn't get the opportunity, though, because here came Steve Nash. And there was big backlash around the league that was, you know, wasn't nice.
No,
I was very opinionated about it, saying that it's the wrong hire, that this is a face hire.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, let's get the face. We don't really care about, you know, what's going on. We just want to steal headlines.
Right.
Because the thing that really sold it for me in regards to that opinion was they gave Jacques Vaughn the highest salary for an assistant ever at that time. Mm-hmm. So if you know that Steve Nash was the guy, why would you pay Jacques Vaughn that much money?
Doesn't make any sense.
So they already knew that Jacques Vaughn was supposed to be a guy, but it's like, let's give him some money to pacify him, to make him feel better that he didn't get the head coaching job.
I thought he was going to get it.
Yeah. Now what? 3-4 years later, we've seen exactly what Steve Nash is. It's just not good.
No.
He didn't pay the dues to be a coach.
Right.
He was never a defensive mind. So how are you going to have a defensive system that's going to make sense to NBA players?
Yeah. I never saw it. I
just never saw it.
And I like Steve.
Yeah.
You know, I like Steve, growing
nice
up, seeing
person.
him, nice guy, real
Yeah.
nice guy. But as a coach,
it just never clicked, man.
different.
Just never clicked.
And remember, KD wanted him fired.
Yeah,
From
in
the summer.
right.
He let that be known.
But here's my problem with that, QG, is that remember when Joe Tsai came out and said that he's supportive of his front office and his coach?
Yeah.
He tweeted that.
Yeah.
6 games into the season, you fire your coach. So for me, the Nets feel like they don't have control.
They don't, yeah.
Like if your owner comes out, has supported the staff, but then you fire the coach 6 games into the season, that doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up at all.
It looks crazy.
And they won that game.
Right.
You win the game, then the next news you hear, Nash is fired.
And my thing is that let Jacques Vaughn finish the season, but the news is that they're bringing in Ime Udoka. So Ime Udoka, obviously we already know about him, right?
Yeah.
The accusations and the stuff going on in the Boston front office.
Yep.
They suspended him. They are going to allow him to join the Nets with no compensation. They don't want anything for him. They don't want any picks. They don't want anything. They want to wipe their hands clean. Mm-hmm. So he was suspended for the entire year for the Boston Celtics, but I guess he can just be hired right away. So I've seen that, the deal is pretty close to being done. saw a report today that they're still vetting, and I'm just like, you should have did that before you start putting these tea leaves out here.
That's right.
That you want to sign them.
You want to sign them.
Do your due diligence. Say that the coaching search is still wide open, and we're still looking at some candidates and shit like that. Don't have the leak come out.
They did it backwards.
Yeah, like what is going on with the Nets?
Too much.
And I'm saying that like they've been a reputable organization. They've pretty much been a dumpster fire for quite some time now.
They have.
I'm not shocked, but it's like you would think that at some point they get these stuff together. Like, what is your opinion on them? Like, what's going on here?
My thing with the Nets is like you can get to the dance, but you can't finish.
Right.
There's been too many losses in big moments.
Yeah.
Because the record was 2-6.
Yeah.
They only won 2 games. But prior to all of that, under Nash's tutelage,
Yeah.
when they went up against Milwaukee, disaster.
Right.
Everything just kind of shut down from there.
Right.
Then you had when Harden came in.
Right.
You had Harden, you got Durant, you got Kyrie. You got all these problems going on with this organization.
Right.
It became more media, more controversy than talent.
Correct.
That's a lot for a guy like Steve Nash
To deal with.
He's got to be up front at the press conferences. He's got to address all these things he didn't sign up for.
And then deal with these knuckleheads in practice.
Deal with all these guys in practice who are very vocal about you. Even in that same summer, when they asked him about Kevin Durant's comments, he was like, "Oh, I don't think that's true." And all stuff like that.
Like, we're gonna respect it. Like, dude, like, you know what it is? You know what it is about Steve Nash? I'll tell you right now, he's Canadian. And a lot of these Canadians, they're not really that confrontational.
No, they're not.
You know what I mean? They're very good, nice people. They don't want no smoke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you a head coach for the Brooklyn Nets. You in Brooklyn. You need to get some smoke under you. You know what I mean? Like get some backbone, man. Don't be dancing what you're doing on TikTok and looking crazy. Like that stuff to me was just like, all right, man, you a target now.
Yeah.
Like once I saw that video, you was food.
You was food.
Food.
Wolves, bro.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just too much going on at one time. Nash was in a bad position to deal with something like that. You need somebody that can take all of that and reshift the focus. Nash can't do that.
Now, I think that's why they want Udoka, because that's his personality. He's a strong personality, defensive-minded guy, no nonsense. It makes sense for them wanting to hire him, right? I get it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's going to matter because there's too much damage that's been going on for the past 2 seasons that I just don't think that bringing him in now is really going to make a difference.
Exactly.
I think that my opinion is this. I don't know if a lot of Nets fans are going to agree, but I think that they should just scorch earth and just clean house and let Udoka, sign Udoka, then bring in some young guys.
That's right.
And then go from there. You know what I'm saying? Rebrand the whole thing. Like, and say, hey, we don't condone this selfish, singularity mentality that this team has.
That's right.
It's a bunch of solo acts on this team.
Yeah.
It's not a team. It's a bunch of guys that's been put together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the problem.
Yeah.
Is that you're chasing stars. You're chasing the big 3 or whatever it is.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna have a nice analogy for you. Nice comparison. It's gonna make you laugh.
All right.
You know what the Brooklyn Nets remind me of?
Who's that?
They remind me of Warner Brothers in DC. Yeah, they remind me of Warner Brothers in DC Comics.
Yeah.
Like, instead of DC just chilling, building it up the right way, they wanted to rush and get the Justice League movie out there, and everything went to shit.
It went to
now
hell.
What they have to do? Break it down again and build it back up the right way.
Start from the beginning. You want to do a DC universe? Start here, build.
But they wanted to go from A to Z without nothing in the middle. Like, come on, man. That's the Brooklyn Nets for me.
It is the Brooklyn Nets.
Just dumpster fire.
Yeah. It
really is, man. Sad.
It's very
sad. I'm not that broken up about it because it's Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn.
But, it is what it is. I'm from Queens. I don't care.
Yeah. Call Jay-Z to come back and help him out again.
I'm from Queens. I have no sympathy.
No sympathy
Brooklyn
for
Nets.
Brooklyn.
Facts. Moving on. Our Lakers. Actually, no. I don't want to do the Lakers yet. Joshua Primo.
Oh boy.
Josh Primo, there's allegations, and there's big time allegations that he has had some improprieties.
That's a good word used. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
He was released from the San Antonio Spurs and put out a statement that there's a lot of work that needs to be done on his part. He needs a lot of help. He needs to, really get in touch with himself and get things in order.
Yeah.
But there's the rumor, there's an accusation out there that he has exposed himself to an employee several times. Now, QG, you have a little bit more insight on this, so go ahead and go into a little bit of detail.
Dr. Cawthon, she made the suit.
Yeah.
And she said that Primo exposed himself to her about 9 times.
Right.
And she went to the Spurs organization several times about it. Nobody did anything. They brushed it off. So she took it to the next level and got Anthony Busby.
She got big guns.
She got the big guns.
Yeah.
This is the same lawyer that was down with the whole Deshaun Watson thing.
Ooh.
You bring him in.
Once you listen, you already know.
You gonna make some headlines
Facts.
now.
So, the Spurs, the Spurs are a world-class, first-class organization.
Absolutely.
When the news happened, they released him. It wasn't like he's still on the team. They cut ties with him immediately.
Real quick.
They're doing their investigation, and we're gonna see what happens with this. But, I feel for everybody involved in regards to, the lady involved, or if there's multiple females involved, we don't know.
Yeah.
But I also feel for Josh Primo as well. I think there's a level of mental disease or mental health issues that we're seeing here that a lot of our young people, a lot of people in general are dealing with.
Yeah. You think age has something to do with it? Because he's 19.
It could. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what his background is. I don't know how he grew up.
Yeah.
What type of trauma he dealt with. You know what I'm saying? But it's troubling. You know what I'm saying? It's really troubling because, when I was in high school, that's not it's not what we did.
No, sir.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't one of those things where it's just like, all right, I'm just gonna hang out with such and such, and I'm just gonna whip it out, see what happens. Like we don't do that.
We don't do that. No, we don't.
We don't do that. So I don't know if he had any guidance, if he got an older brother, if he got some mentor in his life, but there's a disconnect there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There
and
is.
for him to take that level, and like I said, it's accusations. If it is true,
If it's true,
this is a guy that I think he will play again. It's gonna take a while.
yeah, because other teams are interested.
Other teams are definitely interested, but they want to see how
this-
deep it goes and how bad it is, and
sure.
how much space you need to give the situation before they sign him, right? Because you sign a guy like this, and you have so many females that are in sports now.
That's right.
In the front offices, on the teams, it's a concern going forward. You have to protect them. You have to think about their safety. You got to think about, his well-being. Is he going to be in a space of trying to be a professional, play basketball?
Exactly.
He may need to be in a one of those what do you call it? One of those groups or one, you know what I mean? Like one of those kind of rehab centers or something for a little while.
Yeah, he does.
You know what I mean? This is serious if it is true.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So if we're gonna put an estimate on, like, do you think he's back in the league in 2 years?
I could see 2 years.
Yeah.
I could see 2 years because, like you said, the Spurs handled it real quick.
Yeah.
And the fact that they were very quick on it,
Right.
they're going to try to get this thing as settled as fast as possible.
Facts.
Because the Spurs like you said, classy organization.
Very classy. I hate them, but they're classy.
I respect their program. I respect their program. I'm not a Spurs fan, but I respect Greg Pop and how he has a disciplinary type of military type of attitude for his guys. Right. And you see guys back then with David Robinson, Tim Duncan, Ginobili, all those guys, they kind of followed that and carried that as a badge of honor.
Absolutely.
You got these new guys coming in with a whole different mindset.
Right.
And it just changes the atmosphere of the game.
Yeah.
So, cool off period, let things settle. Again, it's all alleged, so we're gonna hear more details about it.
Yeah. We'll see how the story unfolds, but it's definitely troubling. You know what I mean? Definitely troubling because, you know, the NBA season has just started and we have so many different scandals and stories that are going on, and it's just like, man,
it's a
this
soap
is,
opera, brother.
Yeah, from Miles Bridges to his domestic violence thing, and now we have Josh Primo. It's just it's feels a little NFL-ish to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's I know that for a fact that Adam Silver is not happy right now.
No, he's not.
So we'll see what can happen. You know, like I said, I think the NBA does things the right way.
Yeah.
When there is an issue, they know how to handle it. But it's very troubling to see what's going on with this young kid because he's really, really good. He's talented.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving on to our beloved Lakers.
Our guys.
Yeah, the Lakers right now are, what are we, 2-5?
2-5.
2-5. Last two games. That last game was it was interesting. I watched that game. I watched Lonnie Walker shoot that shot in the corner, and I turned the TV off. Turned the TV off and went to sleep. I woke up.
Yeah.
Woke up and saw the Lakers won the game. I said, "What?
I couldn't believe that, man.
How that should happen, right?"
What?
So since we already understand what the team looks like, QG. We know that there's a lack of shooting.
Yes.
We understand that it's a bad fit.
Yeah.
In regards to the guys that are on the team.
Yeah.
I think Pelinka has done a terrible job putting this roster together.
Horrible.
But you got to give Darvin Ham a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I think you can see the X and O's.
Yes.
In what he's doing. He's really coaching these guys up. I love his adjustments. I love his out of play time, after the timeouts, his plays after timeouts.
Yes.
It's amazing.
That's
what
right.
he does is he's really doing a really good job. And listen, I guess I gotta say it. Mm-hmm. I guess I have to say it.
You gotta say it.
Do I have to?
You gotta say it.
Do I have to?
You have to.
I don't think so. I think we're gonna move on. I think we're gonna move on to the next segment. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh, good for you.
Russell Westbrook, over the last two games, has looked very good.
You texted me about
For
that.
me to text you,
texted me.
for me to text you, QG, and say that's big.
Because it was good news.
Right.
It's
Because
usually bad news.
right, because
with Russell Westbrook.
you know how I am in
Yes.
regards to I got my hat all messed up right now. But you know how I feel about Russell Westbrook.
Of course, from the beginning.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want him here. I understood how the dynamic don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And him coming off the bench, he looks good.
He looks good.
You know what I'm saying? He's not missing all those layups. Still turning the ball over because that's who he is.
I can't stand
but
that.
the energy,
Yeah.
the enthusiasm is there.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There's nothing much I can really say.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
This is what we were looking for from Russell Westbrook. I got mad at them when they won that first game and they were celebrating like they won the championship.
Facts.
I said, what are you guys doing?
I mean, they did it for Ham.
They
though.
did it
You know
for
what I mean?
him.
They did do it for
You
Ham.
deserve that, Ham.
Yeah.
Proud of you, bro.
Right.
But to quote, job's not finished. He said it.
Yeah.
And he's right.
Yeah.
The get back that we got, because looking at it from the beginning,
Right.
I knew game one was going to be hard.
Yeah. Playing the
it's-
champs.
It's the Warrior Princesses.
Right.
We had a problem. Oh, we're gonna get a whole bunch of those. You remember. And then, it goes on, it goes down the line.
Yeah.
We took on the Minnesota Timberlakes. We had an issue with them. The Portland Snail Trailers, we had an issue with them. We should have won that game.
Should have won that game.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
shoulda
so
won that
mad.
game.
And then, the Denver Chicken McNuggets.
Yeah,
and the Pelican Briefs.
Yeah.
We had issues with those guys. But I feel the bully ball is not being respected today. I think the issue with us is, like you said, the shooters.
Yeah.
We're trying to adjust to the long shots.
Right.
Anthony Davis playing on the inside, we've seen moments where you're looking great.
Right.
But I get nervous when he falls down.
He falls down every game.
Because
every game.
You get hurt, we got a problem.
How you that big and you fall all the time?
Falling all over the place. So the inside, the good passes on the inside, playing that way.
Right.
Then we have an issue with the transition.
Yeah.
We're fighting back.
Yeah.
The fight back is difficult.
Right.
We could have a nice little lead, no blowouts, but we could have a little cushion. All of a sudden, the other team is coming back.
Right.
We got to fight to hold on, and then we slip.
Right.
So trying to adjust to those shooters, because who we got? Ryan?
Yeah, we got Matt Ryan. Who's our best shooter at this point.
He's our best shooter.
I think Austin Reeves is playing pretty good right now.
Reeves is good. You got Nunn.
None has been in the doghouse.
He's
though.
been in the doghouse.
He's not playing.
Like, there's a moment where he could make a shot.
Yeah. It's a long season.
Yeah. So I love the fact that you're baiting in, watch LeBron, watch AD,
right,
watch Westbrook,
right,
but you're not keeping your eyes on these guys.
Yeah.
So when an opportunity comes for y'all to make it, y'all got to make it.
Right.
Because we need those.
Yeah.
So I like that we got some victories,
Yeah,
because if we would have went down, man, with some more losses, I'd be like, bruh,
it'd have been bad.
This is a long season for us.
Bad.
But work in progress. Take your time. Let's play our game.
Yeah.
Let's not play the Warriors game.
I agree.
Let's not play Portland game. None of those. Let's play our game and let them guys adjust to us.
And I don't know who told Pat Bev that he's Steph Curry.
Oh,
like
God.
he just needs to stop shooting threes.
Just stop.
Just stop shooting threes, bro.
Stop.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the little floaters that he takes in the lane, I like those.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But he has to hit those, right?
Yes.
But the biggest thing for me with this team right now is that we are guard heavy. Dennis Schroeder's coming back soon. So when you put Dennis Schroeder into the mix, it's going to be another issue because we have so many guards. We need Thomas Bryant to come back and be serviceable.
That's right.
We need, we're not getting anything out of Damian Jones. No. You know what I'm saying? So it's and I don't want to see Anthony Davis continue to play center. He just can't. It's not his position to play. He's not the guy to get banged around, man.
No, he's not.
And you got to put somebody there that can be able to man the fort at center. That's why I would have loved for them to bring Dwight Howard back.
Oh yeah.
He was on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay the other day and said that he still wants to play.
Yeah.
He's shocked that nobody called him to actually be in the league this year. And I think Dwight Howard, at 38 years old, 37 years old, he's still serviceable. He can still play a role for you as an enforcer, as a brood, as a guy that can rebound and shot block. So, it's for me, Rob Pelinka has really done a terrible job over the last 2 seasons building this team.
Yeah.
Even the championship team, if it wasn't for the chemistry, who knows if we win a championship. But that team constructed, I think it was better constructed, obviously.
It was way better
but we didn't have any great shooting on that team.
No.
We had timely shooting. We didn't have great shooting.
Great shooting.
And we haven't had great shooting since he's been the GM of this team.
Exactly.
So my question for you, do we still pull the trigger on that Pacers deal? Westbrook is playing good. He's playing well off the bench.
Yeah.
Do you still pull the trigger for Miles Turner and a Buddy Hield?
Wow. That was lingering for a minute.
Yeah.
And if you would have asked me that a while back, I'd say, hell yeah.
Right.
Get him out of here.
So you're a little iffy on that now.
I'm a little iffy now because Westbrook coming off that bench, looking good,
Right.
being comfortable with it,
Right.
and bringing that energy that we need.
Right.
Because remember from the beginning, the whole situation with the huddle.
Yeah.
Everybody's in the, where's he at?
Yeah.
He's over there, you know, and then all this other stuff. Oh, I played a great game. Look at the stats. You didn't play a great game that day.
Yeah.
But now you guys got me curious. You Lakers got me curious on, can you continue this thing?
Right.
Because we play the Jazz next.
Yes.
We play the Jazz next, so
Yeah.
AKA the Jazzarans. So we're
Right.
gonna we're gonna see what we could do with that. I'm gonna hold off on that with the Indiana thing, even though I like those guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold off on that because I really want to see what Westbrook can do.
How many games?
How many games?
Yeah. How many games? How many games do you need to see?
I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna go single digits.
Okay.
Give me 3.
Okay.
Give me 3. Do the same stuff you were doing.
Okay.
Give me 3. I'm gonna be nice to Russell Westbrook.
So
and
you
say,
need to
give me
see
3.
3 more games, or you need to see 1 more game to make it.
I'm gonna go with 3 more.
Okay.
I'm gonna
3
go
more
with
games.
3 more. Because even though back to back, okay, great. Can you continue?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
After the break, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk a little feel good stories. I like feel good stories, True G.
Yes, sir.
I like
Likewise.
sometimes when people are down on their luck, man, they end up figuring it out.
Yeah.
After the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry before leaving podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Welcome back, y'all. So we were talking about our beloved Lakers.
Yes, sir.
About how they look right now. But there's a feel good story for the Lakers right now. We don't have much of those.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Shouts to Claw.
Yeah, how are you?
You know.
Big fan.
Yeah. Mr. PTO, listen, he just shows up when he wants to. I respect it.
shout
I respect
out to
it.
Claw, no
He's like
doubt.
Batman. Like, you turn your back, he's gone.
Right.
Turn again, and then he's here. So,
Someone got to protect Gotham.
But LAMAR Odom, Laker legend,
Yeah.
2-time champion,
Queens native.
Queens in the building, obviously,
fact.
right?
That's a
Southside.
fact.
Queensbridge, Southside, all that. He has had a rough time over the past decade, I'd say, right? With drug abuse, cocaine abuse. He had the strokes, divorce. A whole bunch of things. Personal struggles and demons that he's had to deal with, and in the midst of that, he had to sell his 2 championship rings to be able to afford his habit. And now he's on the road to recovery. He did Club Shay Shay the other day. It was a great interview, very candid, very open and honest, and he's in a good space right now. Healthy, doing good for himself.
Very good.
And always a beloved figure, especially in Laker Nation. You know what I'm saying? Like we love LO.
Absolutely.
And he told the story that a fan reached out to him, or somebody reached out to him, and gave him his rings back for nothing.
Wow.
He didn't have to pay for them at all. The guy was a big fan, obviously. Bought the rings back and gave it back to LAMAR Odom.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, there's certain things like that, man. When you hear stories like that, it's really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that respect factor. Like, you're a part of Laker history. You're a 2-time champion. You're always going to be in the pantheon of greats that played here.
That's right.
The least I can do is give you back something that you earned as a player while you were down on your luck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would just love for everybody to kind of look at this story and kind of apply that to their life, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't necessarily always have to have a monetary thing attached to giving back somebody something that belongs to them.
Yeah.
Like, do a good deed.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Second chance.
Yeah.
When you heal and when you go through the hardships, because he gave those rings up years ago.
Right.
What was it, like 2016?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And he had to pay.
And that was in the heart of his addiction and struggle.
Yeah. He had to pay for these medical bills.
Right.
And those rings were not cheap.
Right.
We're talking 38,000, 46,000.
Right.
And I actually looked up the guy, and he goes by the name of France. And just meeting, LAMAR at a game.
Right.
He met him at a Laker game, and he was like, "Hey, I got the rings. Come get them."
Right. Just come get him.
Just
You know what I'm saying? Like
no charge,
yeah,
no
nothing.
Then
No strings, no nothing.
He said you earned these,
right.
man. And
that's respect, man.
It is respect.
Respect the France. I like that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful.
Beautiful story. Like I said, we don't get a lot of them in Laker Nation.
Shit could have been so bad, bro.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been like, come get him. What do you want to do for these rings,
Right.
Lamar? Like, yeah, we could have had one of those situations, bro. You could have heard the zipper go down. Like, well, we ain't trying to have none of that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we don't have that sound effect. We don't have a zipper.
I don't have the AEO. I mean, I don't have the zipper, but I have the. You know what I mean? Like, you show up thinking you gonna get your rings, and somebody just standing there, with incense burning. Like, you know what I mean? So where the lights? Why are the lights off, man? Like, what are we doing here? So shouts out to France. I mean, he goes by one name, which is kind of weird in itself.
Weird,
but
right?
you know what I mean? The fact that he gave the man back his ring with no strings. Hopefully it stays that way. He don't call him on in like 3 months and say, hey, remember that favor?
Could have went like OJ too.
That
OJ
favor
shit was
I
bad.
gave you.
Right.
You know?
Remember me? I gave you the ring.
Yeah. Remember, I'm the ring guy.
You're right.
You gotta make sure you come over here and do a little dance for me, Lamar. But moving on to some NFL stuff, right?
There we go.
Interesting stuff. NFL trade deadline. There's a lot of big moves that happened. It was the most active trade deadline in NFL history. It was 10 moves that were actually made.
Wow. 10?
Huh? Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, it's 10. So, Claude, what do you think was the biggest move of the deadline?
Miami.
Miami getting Bradley Chubb?
Big move for them.
Yeah.
They're flipping picks left and right. This shit is insane.
Yeah. I like that move. I think the Christian McCaffrey move, obviously that wasn't a deadline, but
it was the same week.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Week, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, a lot of teams have put themselves in position to compete. Just not my Cowboys. They completely shit the bed again and gaslight their fan base and say they're going to make a move and they don't make a move. But, QG, do you think out of all the teams that have made moves, obviously, we got the Niners, we got I think the Bears made moves, didn't they?
They got Claypool.
They got Claypool, right?
Good move.
The Bills got Nyheim Hines.
Wow.
So contenders have really put themselves in a position. Like, I know you're not an NFL aficionado, right, but sir. Did you like the moves that happened? Do you like the Miami Dolphins because they've put themselves in position to really be good?
I see the position that they put themselves in, and it's kind of funny because back then, watching football, hearing all the jokes about the Dolphins, and seeing how they can't do it. They lose, but to see the turnaround, and the moves that they've been making, I'm impressed with them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, these guys are a threat. I'm a Jet guy.
Yeah.
The Jets go up and down.
Right.
Even though, we've had some upsets a little bit. I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. I was kind of looking to see what kind of moves they were going to make.
Right.
But
did the Jets make a move, Claude?
I mean, the only move we made was from Robinson, which was just needed.
Yes, they did get they got
and we did. We traded Martin.
Yes, you traded the defensive end
for like a third or something.
Yeah, you got a pick. Yeah, I think it was a third or fourth or something like that. So I mean, the Jets have. A lot of teams have put themselves in position. I like what the NFL is doing nowadays in regards to they're really putting onus on trades.
I agree.
It's starting to feel like the NBA where
Yeah.
you know trades are a big story and
Yeah.
guys are starting to move around a little bit more. You know, I like what the Dolphins have done. I like the Bills. I think the Bills still need help in regards to their running game. Nyheim Hines is a nice piece, but he's not a back that can be able to take it and go up the middle. He's not a power back. They need somebody who can be able to carry the ball 20, 25 times. They don't have that. So their struggles with their running game is going to continue. But you know, we'll see. I think a lot of teams have put themselves in good position. So
Yeah, they have.
you know, we'll see. The other interesting story is Andy Reid's son. Andy Reid's son at the Super Bowl got into a DUI. And this was it wasn't last season. It was the season where the Bucks and Chiefs played.
Yes.
So it was 2 seasons ago.
Yeah,
Correct.
it was.
Right.
It was 2 seasons ago.
Drunk, intoxicated, and crashed into a family. And you know, they were in a car.
Yeah.
There's 2 kids in the car. One kid wasn't hurt, and the other kid was. 5-year-old girl, 6-year-old girl, I believe, who has had massive issues since the accident. She was in a coma for weeks. You know, she has some brain trauma. This is a little girl that never had any issues prior. She's now, you know, in special education, having, you know, some learning issues, multiple surgeries. You know, the mother said recently that, you know, she's dragging around one of her legs, you know, extensive rehab. And it just breaks my heart to know that that family's life is completely changed, you know, from knowing that everybody's good and, you know, things are on the up and up to in a blink of an eye, everything changes because of this one person's reckless behavior. Britt Reid, Andy Reid's son, was sentenced to 3 years for his DUI. And for me, you know, justice is served. I believe that I think 3 years is too little. I think he should get more.
I agree with you.
You know, for every year that little girl has to struggle walking, running, in school with the disabilities and you know, and the setbacks, he should serve.
Yeah.
And it's just for me, it's just like when you get to a certain point in life, whether you're successful, your father's successful, and you're the entitled trust fund baby, if you have money and you have a lot of it and you're well off and you want to have a good time, nobody's telling you that you can't do it.
Right.
But you have enough money where you can be able to hire a driver, put him on payroll, have him take you wherever the fuck you want to take you, right?
That's right.
Why do you feel that you have to get behind a wheel and drive?
And the level of alcohol that was in his system, 0.113.
Yeah.
And he was going 83.9 miles per hour.
So just think about that.
Yeah.
Like just running into this family at that level of speed.
Yeah. A pickup truck, no less.
Right.
Into a parked car.
There's no way to get around that.
There's just nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for me, like I said, I love the fact that they, you know, they sentenced him, but 3 years?
Yeah. I read the report saying that the maximum is supposed to be 7. And the
Why not give him the max?
prosecution, right. Why? And the prosecution made a statement saying, we're not going to go for the max. He shows remorse.
Right.
He took the plea deal and he apologized. But to have them say that, and then the family, they're in such an uproar.
Right.
My heart goes out
Yeah.
to them. They said, why didn't he get the max?
Yeah. Listen, you can be contrite and all that stuff is cool, right? Because I'm sure if he was sober, he's not gonna take those chances, right? We get that.
Right.
But what happened happened.
Yeah.
What happened. You can't take it back.
Nope.
You were reckless. You didn't think. You got behind a wheel, and you changed this family's life forever. 3 years ain't enough.
No, sir.
You're going to get out, and you can still be the trust fund baby of Andy Reid.
But don't you feel like they're going to get him in a civil, more than likely?
Possibly.
So
I believe so.
I feel like there's some type of plea deal made in that plea deal that he had to pay for all the medical expenses for that young girl. He has to
I would hope so.
I hope that.
They have to.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Those are the only things that are going to really, at that point, give you that leeway to be like, all right, we'll minimize your sentence if you're already copping out to this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And it's just a morale thing as well.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
I don't feel like it's a bad decision, but at the same time, it's non-malicious.
Yeah.
It's a horrible situation by all means.
Right.
But to take full responsibilities of the actions, I mean, there's only but so much time you can serve to fix something that's irreplaceable.
I mean, that's a good angle to take. You know what I mean? Like I said, I am happy that he's serving time. Period.
Yeah.
You know, would I have liked more? Yes, but you know, time is time.
Time is time.
And for somebody who's never seen the light of day in jail, you know, we'll see how he comes out of this. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for second chances and giving people ways to be able to repair themselves and be better people. You understand what I'm saying? But it's just like when I think about the impact of that family and that little girl and the struggles that she's gonna have to deal with for the rest of her life, you know, that's tough.
Very.
That's tough. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that one hit me hard, man. That one hit me hard.
Sure. So young.
You know,
especially that whole family.
Yeah. It's definitely not a good situation. So my heart definitely goes out to that family because, you know, it's not gonna be easy, but you know, with love and support from people, I'm sure they're gonna be all right in regards to the support factor. So
Sure.
You know, it's tough to go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Moving on to some, you know, Claude likes to say conspiracy news. The Washington Commanders, Dan Snyder and his wife, they have hired a bank to go through some financial options in regards to maybe possibly selling the team. And this, to me, is wonderful news. This is wonderful news. Listen, I've been waiting for Mr. Snyder to sell the team for years. Right? We talking about Washington, D.C. This is one of the big, you know, big cities, big time. The Redskins were a big, dominant team in the 80s. They got a whole bunch of Super Bowls, right?
About 3.
Joe Gibbs and all them dudes, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were a dominant franchise. They were a reputable franchise. They were respectable.
They were.
And then Dan Snyder came and screwed all that shit up, right? So I'm sure owners are very happy that this is a possibility that he's going to sell the team. It's not cut and dry yet. You know, they're looking at their options.
Yeah.
The wife said that everything is on the table at this point. So Claude, what are your thoughts about this?
I mean, with all the backlash and all the negativity we're receiving in the media
For years, bro.
for years, and all the allegation.
Yeah.
And isn't the FBI doing like a search on them as well? Like,
Poor work environment.
they're getting forced out basically.
Yeah.
And I mean, listen, the rumors, if we're gonna go conspiracy and put on the hat, your man's involved. The owner of pretty much, I call him the owner of DC.
Who's that?
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos is rumored to be
And he wants that team.
to be the next owner.
Interesting.
And guess who he's partnered with?
Who's his partner?
Jay-Z.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see what. I mean, listen, we'll see how that goes. The fact that they already got the Amazon Prime Thursday night football deal.
It's all a play.
It's all in play.
It's been working the whole time.
Right.
So what better way to even finesse it?
Yeah.
Because think about it. I don't even think he needs a partner. He doesn't need a partner.
Of course he doesn't.
But the influence that Jay-Z has is
it's
going
influence.
to make it go through.
Put Jay-Z as the face.
It's smart.
And he'll play the back.
Exactly.
And just be the money man.
Because Jay-Z already has a relationship
That's it.
with the NFL.
Jay-Z already has a relationship with Goodell.
And I think the social, it's something like with, I guess, something with the players.
Yeah. Listen, if Jay-Z was the one that put that whole Super Bowl halftime thing together.
Yes, he did.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like that goes a long way. So, listen, I normally I say that Claw's crazy, that he's wearing the aluminum hat. But today, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know?
We're both wearing it, right? that's what I want to hear you say.
He put the hat on my head right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a little...
It's so clear, isn't it?
Yeah. You know? Feels a little enlightening. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Welcome
you know?
back, bro.
I'm not going any farther than that. I ain't going any farther than that, though.
Isn't that team worth, like, what, $5.6 billion?
I mean, every team in the NFL is worth $5.6 billion.
Because I looked at... I was checking out the numbers, and it goes with what Claude was saying, and it goes with what you were saying.
Right.
Especially with the dynamic of the community. Like, people need to understand how important a team is to the community.
Yeah.
And you could go back from the name change.
Right.
Didn't Snyder come in, what was it, 1999?
Yeah.
When he first came in, and look at all the disasters that have happened.
It's been a shitstorm since he's on the team.
It's been hell for that
complete disaster, dude.
Yeah.
Shit-taster.
Yeah, complete disaster, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't want to give up the Redskins name, but like, dude, like, come on now.
He was holding on.
And then when you do give up the name, some dude bought out all the rights to like mad names, and you didn't want to negotiate with him. So then you chose, we're gonna pick the Washington football team. And then you go from that everybody was like, all right, you know, we're comfortable with the football team, right? That name was fine, right?
Right.
You go from the football team to Commanders? What?
Commanders is kind of hard, though.
No, it's not.
Commanders is
sound like a video game.
But for DC,
it's not.
if we were playing Madden right now, and I'm like, I like to move my franchise all over the world.
Yeah.
And they would have told me if I could choose the Bandits, the Cougars,
the Wet Bandits,
the Wet Bandits,
and the Commanders, I'm definitely choosing the Commanders. Like off of honor.
Did they have the Commanders in the game?
I wish. Hell no.
They didn't have the
Commanders
in the game, right?
Wasn't there at the time.
Yeah, man. But you know, I think if they do sell, I think it's a great thing for the NFL.
Yeah.
Because you would have, like I said, one of the power-broking franchises in the league being able to kind of rise back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And be a player again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The market.
The market is there. It's needed.
Positive
it's
market.
a big market.
It's a huge market.
It's a huge market. Like, you know what I'm saying? For them to be a dumpster fire this long, it don't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So if there is going to be a conspiracy, all right, that's cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're all right. You know what I mean? Get him out.
Get him out of here.
That's all I care about. Get him out. Now, do you bet?
Here and there.
You do?
Yeah.
Here and there?
Here and there, I bet.
What about you, Claude? You bet?
Okay. When in Rome.
When in Rome? When do you bet?
On the weekends.
Yeah. Nicole, you bet? Yeah, you know what? You don't bet. You're a loan shark. That's what it is. She takes the money.
Ah.
Yeah, she takes the money. She's like, don't let me have to break your legs. Just make sure you have my money on time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She hit me up during the week and said, make sure you have my money on time. I don't want no problems with you.
They called Nikki 2 times.
Yeah, I don't want to come there and break your knees. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the reason why I asked is because we are sponsored and partnered with MyBookie, right? So shouts out to MyBookie. I think you know sports. Right? You know sports. And you pick winners all the time. So why not get paid for them at MyBookie? MyBookie has the biggest online selection of odds and contests for all your sports betting needs, anytime, anywhere. Bet on the NFL, NCAA, or swing for the fences with a brand new money bag. The MyBookie money bag is a one-of-a-kind opportunity to spin for crazy odds on props and futures. Just place your bet, spin the wheel, and get ready to score epic odds on the best teams, athletes, and events. Sign up free today. Follow the link in the description of this video and use my promo code EVEN and claim a deposit match of any amount up to $1,000. Again, that's promo code EVEN to claim your deposit bonus and give yourself the competitive edge. Follow the link in the description of this video. It's not just a sports book. It's not just a sports book, people.
It's not. Definitely.
It's a community.
All right.
It's all about the culture.
Bet anytime, anything, anywhere with MyBookie.
Who's bookie?
MyBookie.
Exactly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so we're going to go to Thursday Night Football, obviously. Who played in Thursday Night Football? Was that the Bears and no, it wasn't Bears. It was the Eagles and Texans.
Yeah.
Eagles win 29-17. Listen, there ain't no. There's nothing much to really speak about this game. The Eagles are the best team right now in the NFC. I'm not going to say they're the best team in the NFL. I still give that nod to either the Chiefs or the Bills. But Jalen Hurts has looked good.
Yeah.
The running game looks good. The defense is solid. But listen, I like what I saw of the Texans last night as well. They made it a game. They played very good in the first half of that game.
They're a wild card.
They're good,
they're
man.
Gonna compete. You expect nothing from them.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be a blowout.
Damian Pierce, he's a freak. That kid is a problem.
Top running back in fantasy.
Yeah, he's amazing, man.
I was impressed with him when they scored that first touchdown. I said, "Whoa!"
He has like Adrian Peterson ability. A big guy that can be able to just break away. Like I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Not a fan of those Eagles though. Not gonna lie to you. As a Cowboys fan, not a fan of those Eagles. But I gotta put respect on them. They're 8-0. You know, I think they've only played one tough team in regards to the Vikings. They're in this 8-game schedule. It's not their fault. You got to beat the teams that are in front of you, right?
That's right.
They played the Cowboys, but Cooper Rush was the quarterback. So let's see what the second half of the season looks like for them. And, if they struggle. Because I saw some things in that game that might trip them up in the second half of the season.
Right. They got to get through the Giants.
Admit it. Yeah, it's going to be a tough game.
That's going to be Giants hard.
And the next time they play the Cowboys, it's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy.
So,
Cowboys is the top defense.
Facts.
Off right now.
Facts.
So they got to get through some teams in their division in order to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And all this could be nice during the season, but when playoffs come, and you got to get through those teams in your division and the divisionals if you make it that far, whatever.
Yeah,
it's going to be rough.
Definitely. So after the break, NFL picks.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack him if you got him.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
Welcome
To
the grid.
the grid.
To the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
Welcome back, y'all. So it is time for NFL picks. So first game we got. Who we got here? Let's see here. We have the 1:00 game, which is Chargers and Falcons. Falcons are at home. Chargers are -3 on the road. I love Justin Herbert. I love the Chargers. They've been pretty banged up. I think Austin Eckler is pretty banged up this week as well, so I don't know if he's going to be available. Falcons coming off a big win last week. They look solid.
First in the NFC South.
Yeah, they're number 1 right now. I can't go against Justin Herbert, though. I'm going to Chargers. Going to Chargers. Who you got, Chloe?
Going Dirty Birds, bro.
You going Falcons?
At the momentum, Mariota.
Yeah. Jimmy, what team sounds better to you? Falcons? Yeah, you turncoat. Nicole, you got? Going Chargers? She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's talking about. Very knowledgeable football fan she is, okay? She will never cross me. Who you got, QG?
Who I got? I'm gonna go with the phone chargers, man.
You go with the phone chargers? I like
Phone
that.
chargers.
I like that. Listen, man, Justin Herbert is a stud. You know, he'll get it done. But if they lose, obviously, I'm going to look like a fool. Next game we got is another 1 o'clock kickoff. Is going to be Dolphins at Bears. Dolphins made that big trade for Bradley Chubb. He got that extension, 5 years, $119 million. That's big. Miami is -4.5 on the road against the Bears. I got the Dolphins winning this in a rout. I got them winning. Definitely take the points. So this is one of those games where you feel comfortable going on MyBookie. You go there, take the points. I like that spread, and I like the Dolphins to win for the money line as well. Who you got, Chloe?
Not the Fins.
You got the Fins?
Yeah.
You like the 4.5? You think that's too high?
I think it's a little high.
Yeah.
But I think that they might pull it out though.
Okay. Who you got, Jimmy? Dolphins. Cole? Oh. We got UG.
I gotta go with the flippers, man.
Is that an all even? Is that an all even bet? Let's do this.
Do we do does the screen shake?
Yeah. We gotta do something for the all even.
All even.
Yeah, I like that.
We're all in with that.
Next game we got is Panthers and Bengals. Panthers are on the road. Bengals are at home, coming off that horrible loss to the Browns. Bengals are -7 at home. I mean, the Panthers have been playing good defense, bro. Their defense is not terrible. So, you know, the Bengals can get caught in a slip-up game, trap game. -7 at home. That's tricky for me. But I'm going to pick the Bengals. I'm going to pick the Bengals to win, but the -7 I don't like. Who you got, Chloe?
I don't like the -7 either.
Yeah.
And watching Joe doesn't have his guy with him.
Yeah.
So
you got Higgins though.
He definitely has Higgins. Yeah. So Bengals for sure.
Yeah. Who you got, Jimmy? Panthers? Okay. Who you got to go? Bengals. We got QG.
After that loss that the Panthers had, man, I gotta go with the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Panthers have nothing. Like they have nothing. They got Christian McCaffrey left.
I think they got a water machine. They still got a water.
They got a water machine.
Still, they got that.
You know, they got the stationary bikes.
That's it.
You know, they got the Gatorade machines, like you said.
They still have helmets.
Still got helmets. Yeah, you know, you need those. Pads.
Yeah.
Got those, right?
Socks and shit.
Socks, cleats. You know, it's just, they got a shot, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
Something left.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. You know, they got the new quarterback. What's his name? What's the guy named? PJ Walker. He remind me of Willie Beeman. Yeah, remind me of Willie Beeman. I like the kid. Next game we have this is definitely a snooze fest. Packers and Lions. Lions are at home. Green Bay is 3-5 and they are struggling. And their betting lines are still picking Green Bay to win. I don't understand. Make it make sense. They have no weapons. They've made no trades in the deadline. How? I'm going Lions here. I'm not picking Green Bay. I'm tired of picking the Packers and they lose every week. Maybe I'm the jinx. Maybe I'm jinxing them. I'm not picking them no more. I'm going Lions. Who you got, Flo?
Going with Detroit.
Going Detroit?
Yeah.
Jimmy? Going to Lions? Have you seen their jersey? It's pretty nice.
Purple, right?
No. They have the.
Yeah.
That's the Vikings. The Lions have they got a light blue lion on the side of their helmet. Yeah. Yeah, look it up. It's nice.
It's silver pants.
Silver pants. Yeah. Pretty cool. Right?
Pretty nice.
Who you got, Nicole? Lions?
I'm gonna have to roll with the Lions because the Packers.
Yeah, see?
They struggling, man.
Another all even.
It's
all even. Next one we got here. Another snooze fest. We got the Colts and Patriots. Colts have a new quarterback in Sam Ehlinger. Didn't play too bad last week though. Looked pretty good. Colts are on the road against the Patriots. Patriots are -6 at home. I am going with the Mac Daddy man, Mac Jones. I'm going Pats.
I can't say it.
You gotta say it. Just because you don't like him, you gotta root for him.
I'm going for the team that the Colts are gonna lose.
He's going Patriots. Who you got, Jimmy?
Patriots.
Patriots. Nicole? The pressure's on you, QG.
I can't stand those guys.
The pressure's on you, QG.
Trust me, bro. I'm a Jets fan too. As well.
I'm with you, man. Clam chowder. All right.
Let's go, man. Another all even.
Clam chowder. Wow.
We having a lot of all even bets today. I like that.
Hopefully we're all wrong.
Facts.
Hopefully.
Definitely going to be all wrong.
As a Jet fan, that hurt, man.
Next one we're going to have is the Bills and Jets. Jets are at home. Bills are 6-1. Jets are 5-3. We have a couple Jets fans in the house. Yeah. Sorry to tell you guys here, but the spread on this game is minus 11 and a half. Oh, so I think that's high. That's high. I know the Bills they have a high octane offense. They look good. Josh Allen is virtually unstoppable. Stephon Diggs is one of the best receivers in football. We get that. But minus 11 and a half? I'm not taking that. I'm staying away from that. That is a dangerous spread to keep. I'm not doing that. I think the Jets are going to put up a bigger fight than that. They may lose the game, but I'm not going minus 11 and a half. So I got Bills winning, but it's going to be a closer game than people think. Who you got, Chloe?
Come on.
He's going Jets.
I'm going Jets, and I'm going to go for the fact that our defense has to hold us up.
Yeah.
That's all
has to, because Zach Wilson is terrible.
Yeah, and they're due for a game.
Yeah.
I feel like the Bills are due for one.
What about your man Elijah Moore? How do you feel about that?
I feel that hey, guys get promised things all the time. Maybe he got promised he's going to be the one. I don't think he has the right guy throwing him the ball. And you know I think they need to bring in.
Yeah, my guy.
Who's that?
My man, backup, White.
No, absolutely not, bro. Streebler.
Streebler's not the guy.
Streebler's the guy.
Streebler's not the guy.
Mark my words.
Who you got, Jimmy?
Bills.
Bills? Like that. Nicole?
Yeah,
Bills?
Gang green, baby.
Gang green. So
Gotta go
two
with my
Jets
boys.
fans are
He
gonna
is.
go. I can't knock out for that. I can't knock out for that, man. I'm
stand
not
tall, bro.
gonna send no shots y'all way. That's your team. I get it. Plus, it's an AFC East matchup. You want to get this win to be able to have a chance to win a division. Because if you win this game, you're only a half game back.
There we go.
So,
Hoorah.
you know what I mean? Next game we got are the Vikings, the purple team, Jimmy. Vikings are 6-1 against those Commanders. Commanders are at home. Vikings are -3 on the road. This is going to be a better game than people think. My man Taylor Heineke has been playing all right. They are 4-4, but the Vikings have too much offense. I got the Vikings winning this game. Who you got, Claw?
Vikings.
Vikings? Who you got, Jimmy? Yes, he likes the purple team. He likes it. Yeah. Nicole? Oh.
Vikings is too
Let's
strong, baby.
Let's do it. All leave
That's
it.
another one.
Another all leave it. Man, we
That
better
offense, man.
I hope we strike gold on these picks because, man,
It's a lot of
we're
apple
going to look
pies,
bad
man.
if all of us pick the team
All of us was
and they all lose.
wrong.
Next game we got is going to be the Raiders and Jaguars. Raiders are 2-5 coming off a dreadful loss. Jaguars are 2-6. They have Vegas with the edge at -2 on the road. This is a tough game to pick. The Raiders just look they look awful. Josh McDaniels is a terrible head coach. He really is. Like, I don't know who's worse, him or Nathaniel Hackett. It's a push to me probably, but it's just two guys that they're just coordinators. They're not head coaches. There's a different level of leadership and quality that you need to be a head coach, and these dudes don't have it. And it's showing with their teams. They're struggling. X and O's, the execution, the discipline, none of that is there for these teams. I can't pick the Raiders in this game. I like the Jaguars and the running game that they have. Etienne is now the guy. You're seeing that he's been super productive. Last week I think he had like 170 yards on the ground or something like that. So the kid is talented. I like the Jaguars to win this game and win it big actually. Who you got, Chloe?
I like how the Jaguars have the energy for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Jaguars.
Yeah. Who you got, Jimmy? Raiders. Love it. Who you got, Nicole? Jaguars? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jags. Man.
You going Jags? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, listen, man. I think it's gonna be an interesting game. Obviously, you got two teams that are not doing well.
Right.
They got combined 4 wins on the season. So it's gonna. It's not going to be a pretty game, but I think the Jaguars win. This is an intriguing game coming up here against the we have the Seahawks and Cardinals. Seahawks are 5-3 and leading the NFC West. Who would have thought that? Against the Cardinals at 3-5. They got the Cardinals at home and they're -2. Obviously, they're going to give them the slight edge at home. Of course. Since DeAndre Hopkins has been back, he's been a man on fire, right? He's had over 20 plus catches. He's had over 200 plus yards. He's looked like himself again, right? The offense doesn't look that bad, but there's something with the Seahawks team. Their defense is playing well. Shouts out to Pete Carroll. Got that team really playing well. Geno Smith. So I never thought I'd say that, is actually having a tremendous season. Mm-hmm. Looks like he's the leader for comeback player of the year this year right now, right? I said it on my show, QG, that I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Anytime Geno Smith is playing, I have to root against him. So I'm going against I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm going with the Cardinals. I am not rooting against no Geno Smith. He's the reason why I turned in my Jets card in the first place. And that's why I'm a full-time Dallas Cowboys fan 10 years strong. But this is what happens. So go ahead. Who you got, Chloe?
Not even Geno Smith, man. The running back, Walker, is the difference maker on that team.
Yeah, Walker's he's a beast.
Going with the Hawks.
You going with Hawks?
Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Pete Carroll. Who you got, Jimmy? The Hawks. Going with the Hawks? Cole? Hawks?
I gotta go with the Seahawks, man.
You guys.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Okay, so you see what happens? This is not an all even because you guys have turned against me. I don't appreciate that. Where's the support?
Beliefs, bro.
Where's the support for me? Huh? The fact that I had to give up my Jets fandom because of Geno Smith. Nobody has no sympathy for me, right? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's fine.
You should have never left.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm happy. I'm happy now. All right, I went to another family. I'm good. I'm all right. We have Rams and Buccaneers. Now, when they made this game on the schedule, they thought that both teams were going to be dominant teams in the NFL. Like, this was supposed to be a primetime game. Well, not this year. Nope. The Rams are 3-4. Bucs are 3-5. Bucs are at home, and they have the Bucs -3 at home. I don't like what I'm seeing out of the Bucs. I think they just don't have enough weapons. They just don't. The defense is not playing that well. I got the Rams winning, especially if I think Cooper Kupp is banged up. But if he's playing, I got the Rams.
He's playing. He is playing.
Yeah, I got the Rams.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah,
I feel like the Bucs are just in.
They're going
through a divorce with Brady right now. It's bad.
Come on, man. That was a bad punch. Sorry. But I respect it though. That was good. That was good. That definitely was a bar. I like that. That was a bar. Yeah, I like that. What you got, Jimmy? Rams? Cole? Don't you do it. Don't you do no Brady. Okay. She has sympathy for Brady because she can't stand Giselle. She can't do it. She listen, she throws shots at Giselle every week. She's going Tom Brady. I know it. She's going with the Bucs.
Does she have a Brady poster on the wall?
I don't know. I think she just appreciates Brady. Listen, she's a Giants fan. You know.
I got you.
She feels bad for him. Listen, we beat you guys twice in the Super Bowl. You know, I don't have no beef against you. Jets fan, you got beef against Brady.
You got beef with
you know what I'm saying? You got to beat him. So, who you got, G?
I'm going with the Rams, man.
Going with the Rams? Yeah. I think it's going to be a good game, but like I said, both teams are struggling. This is going to be a game right here. I think this might be the game of the week. I don't know if you guys agree. Claude, you'll let me know. On the Sunday night game, we got Titans and Chiefs. Titans are 5-2. Chiefs are 5-2. Chiefs are at home. And what do you think the spread is?
You got me there. What is it?
Take a guess.
Take a guess?
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's under 6 or over 6?
I'm going to go under.
Okay. What do you got, Nicole? Under or over? Over. Jimmy? Over. What you got, Chloe?
Over.
They have it at -12.5.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's the biggest spread of the weekend. That, to me, I don't know, man. Listen, Mike Vrabel is a hell of a coach for Tennessee. I can't see a Mike Vrabel team getting decimated like that. Although, we're talking about the Chiefs at home here.
Yeah, exactly.
And that place is a madhouse.
What time is the game?
It's an 8:20 kickoff.
Nah, it's a different monster. On Sunday night, it's a different monster.
Yo, that place is cool. We gotta go there, Cole. We gotta go there.
Yo,
we gotta go there. There's a couple of places that we gotta hit. We gotta hit Kansas City.
I know where we can go too. We can go.
Yeah, we gotta hit Kansas City. We gotta go to Minnesota.
Definitely gotta go to Minnesota.
Yeah, we gotta get that.
And you gotta get that Green Bay.
Gotta go to Lambeau
one time.
You know what I mean? And of course, I gotta take you to AT&T. We have to go to Jerry World.
I mean, whatever.
Yes, we're going to Jerry World. Okay. I don't care what you tell me. We're going.
Jerry World.
Yeah. Who you got? You got Chiefs? I got the Chiefs. That home crowd is too much, bro.
Yeah, Chiefs for sure. For that reason, that electric is gonna go on. Yeah.
Who you got, Jimmy? Those people are rabid animals in Kansas City.
That's a fact.
They throw tomahawks. Like
the Bills and the Chiefs. I want no parts of those people when you go over there. That place,
Bills Mafia is completely different.
Yeah, it's nuts over there. We got
broken tables.
Chiefs.
Gotta go with Kansas City.
Yeah, all even.
That crowd.
We going all even. We going all even again.
Yes,
all right, and for the Monday night game, we have the Ravens and Saints. Saints defense has been playing better. They're 3-5 right now. Ravens, Lamar Jackson is not looking too solid for me right now. Not a little shaky. But guess who's coming off the practice squad? Deshaun Jackson. Yeah, they signed Deshaun Jackson, Mr. Speedster. They said they still got it.
Yo, he's like 30.
He's 36, bro.
6, bro.
They said he still got it.
Okay.
So if Lamar has his deep threat,
I'm gonna pick him up right now.
Right. You might have to go get him. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. That is intriguing. But Alvin Kamara for the Saints is playing better. He had a monster game last week.
Yeah, they did good.
And Andy Dalton has looked very good at quarterback for the Saints.
Dope.
So they might actually have found their quarterback because Jameis Winston is very, very inconsistent. They weren't playing well under him, turning the ball over. They're looking better now. Michael Thomas is hurt. He's on IR, but they have enough with Chris Olave at a wide receiver. They have Taysom Hill doing his thing, his gadget thing. So, yeah, I think I'm going to lean Saints. I'm gonna lean Saints at home. It's gonna be a good game. They have Baltimore -2.5, but I got the Saints. Who you got, Chloe?
I got Baltimore.
You got Baltimore all because of Deshaun Jackson? Huh?
Nah, just because I feel like Duvernay gets a good shot at being number 1 this week.
Okay.
He's a good pick. I like that kid.
You like Duvernay?
And I got Kenny Drake fans. So
okay, so you're biased.
Come on.
I get it.
Come on.
Who you got, Jimmy? Saints. Saints? Good man over there. I like Jimmy. Yeah. What about you, Nicole? Excuse me? Who? She's going Ravens? Damn it. Who you got, QG?
Quote them nevermore.
Oh, Ravens?
Yeah,
okay, that's fine.
Them, man.
Listen, I think either pick is fine. I'm not going to hate on nobody that picking the Ravens. They're a good team, but I just think that the way the Saints are playing right now is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. Well, that is it for NFL picks. You guys did great. Shouts out to MyBookie again. We'll see how it goes. Sign up. Use my promo code. Link in the description of this video. Win some money. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't just sign up and put your little $20 in there. And when you put the $20 in, all of a sudden you're gonna see $40. If you put your $100 in, all of a sudden, boom, $200 in there.
That bread, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You put $500 in there, boom, $1,000. Like, come on, it's easy. It's easy money.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what they call that?
What?
All even.
All even. That's it. You see? So after the break, the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Welcome back, y'all. So now the last segment of the show. My favorite segment. The greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
I ask all the time around the room who everybody thinks the Dummy of the Week is. So we're going to start with Jimmy, the super intern. Who do you think it is this week, Jimmy?
Couldn't find one this week.
No?
Couldn't acquire a dummy.
You got to go with the low hanging fruit. What happened to Kanye?
I might have to again.
You go
Kanye. I'll go Kanye again. That's true. Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask Claude because since you said Sigourney Weaver a few weeks back, I can't forgive you for that one. So that hurt my heart.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Who you got?
Richard Grieco.
Now, why would a Richard Grieco be the dummy of the week? You remember If Looks Could Kill? That's one of the best movies that ever made. Remember when he was walking on the side of the building? That was fire.
I Googled him this week.
Right.
And if you see what he looks like now,
he looked crazy, right?
Bro, he went off the deep end.
Damn, son. Does
he went off the side of the
building. Does he look worse than Val Kilmer?
20 times worse.
Damn.
Wow.
Son, that's bad.
Bro, it's nothing like the guy.
Listen, did you see Val Kilmer in Top Gun?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
That's a good movie, man.
Very good.
Damn good movie.
Yeah.
Ice.
He
died. Hurt my heart.
Sad.
Well, there went the movie.
Huh?
There went the movie.
You wasn't gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, I wanted to. Fuck. I just watched Above the Rim for the first time yesterday.
Yeah, whatever. You're not gonna watch it. I was gonna ask you 6 months from now. You're like, yeah, I still didn't get around to it. Like, it's just the way it is. Like, Nicole, who you got?
Kyrie.
Kyrie, that's a good one. I mean, we went into like a half hour with Kyrie, but that's fair. That's fair. He deserves it. Who you got, QG?
I actually got a rapper for you.
Okay.
Young Jeezy.
Young Jeezy.
Why? Because of a line that he said on his project. He said, "I got more songs with Jay-Z than the Notorious Big."
Oh,
I'm like, dog.
I mean, but you know what it is? You gotta give give Jeezy some leeway, man. Like,
He know better than that.
Jeezy all right with me. You know what I mean?
He knows better
Jeezy
than that.
can't do wrong in my
He
book.
can't do wrong.
You know what I
That's
mean?
wrong.
Hey, he can't do wrong.
It should have been a nay instead of an A. What's wrong?
Nay is a bummer.
Listen, all of the answers were good, especially Nicole's answer. She I can go into Kyrie for another half hour if I wanted to. But I have a good one. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, our culture. Our culture is the Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
See, normally I sit on this show and I crack jokes. I make fun of things. I poke fun. I can't do that today. We lost another hip-hop star. You know what I'm saying? And at what point do we say enough? At what point do we start to look inward in regards to what we listen to, what we expose our kids to, what we expose ourselves to, and stand up and say enough? I hear people talk about, the drill music, it's a part of culture, it's this and that, and it's not we don't need to be the ones that are blamed. You need to blame the white executives that are at these labels. They're the ones that are doing the business. They're the ones that are killing us. Really? Is it really them? Because the last time I checked, labels are in charge of making money. Right? That's their business. So if the masses want the drill music, they don't give a shit about the music. They care about what is going to make money. And if we continue to buy it, if we continue to expose our children to it, because you got little kids dancing to the shit, they know the words, they don't understand what the words mean, but they're dancing to it. You got parents doing TikTok videos to it. The whole culture is drilled into this violent nature. And we're surprised that people are getting shot. We're surprised that people are getting killed, that people are getting smoked out. People can't put their locations in certain situations because they're going to get hit. We're surprised. And we're always placing the blame on somebody else. That's the problem. That's my problem. We are our problem. If we wanted to make dance music cool, my hat always comes off. Fuck that. If we wanted to make dance music cool, right? Where we just doing party songs and kumbaya music, guess what those same white executives would start signing? They'd sign the people that are out there doing the dance music and the kumbaya songs. It's because of what sells. So if we stop putting our energy into this stupid fucking music, it'll go away. It won't sell anymore. It won't be a thing. So at some point, we need to start looking inward. I'm tired of seeing all of this violence. We grew up on hip hop. We grew up on dudes in the streets, but there was a code back then. Dudes can be able to talk about their life struggles and stuff, but this generation is different. Ain't no code. There's no honor amongst thieves. That's the problem. My heart breaks because we just seeing young black dudes dying. It ain't news. It ain't nothing new. It's just that there's more cameras now. There's more people with cell phones. There's more coverage. Dudes get killed at dice games every day. It's facts. The problem is that there's more eyes on it, and there's just too much onus and attention put on this violent music. It gotta stop. You know, I'm on my high horse right now, or my soapbox, but at the end of the day, bro, when does it end? I'm asking.
It's like it never ends.
You know what I'm saying? So, that is my dummy of the week this week. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like joking because I'm just tired of it. It's nonsense. Yeah. The music to me, like I respect people that try to, grind and support their families and all that stuff, but there's other ways to do it. You don't have to sell your soul to a product that you don't even believe in. All it does is just make money. Most of these dudes, they don't really care about the music, but they get into it because it sells. That's the problem. Do something else. I got a couple homies that they young guys, right? They rapping, starting off, and they into this drill music stuff, right? And I said to him, I said, bro, like, you into this music, but I know you. You ain't about this life. So why would you bring that type of negative energy into your life? Right. When you start to do well, and then there's eyes on you. Why would you want that type of attention? Why? So, our culture gotta hold it this week.
Dummy, yeah.
Good pick.
That's it. Anybody got anything? No? Yeah. Okay, so that's it for this show. QG, I appreciate you.
Thank you, my
coming
brother.
through.
Always a pleasure.
I don't like to end on a note like that, but I figured I'd say it.
You had to.
You know?
You had to. It's important.
Yeah. Shouts out to everybody in the building. You know, Mr. PTO, Claw came to work today. Jimmy, the super intern. Did you call him? Because I didn't want him here. Did you call him?
I got him in.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good
Shouts
guy.
out to my man Eugene, pulled up. You know what I mean? Yeah, pulled up, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out. The super producer on the ones and twos. You know, I got a new nickname for her.
Yeah?
Nicole the Knee Breaker.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Nikki 2 times.
Yeah, Nikki 2 times, exactly. That sounds good. That sounds good. Nikki 2 times. So until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. Listen to the show on Amazon Music, Spotify, and wherever you find your podcasts available. And check out my YouTube channel, All Even Podcast. And don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button.
My son is the champ, so get over it.